want to introduce you to the NuvaWave Kit. So we're going to open it up, 2 latches. We have a user manual, we have face shields, and here's the device itself. So we'll start with the NuvaWave device. Handheld device, battery operated, power cord plugs in here. There's a belt and a holster I'm going to put on right now. And as you notice, I already have my PPEs, I've got my safety glasses, I've got my gloves on. I've already adjusted this. This belt is adjustable, so I've adjusted it to fit me. So I'm going to attach a battery. These batteries have a fuel indicator on it. So this battery is almost fully charged. That'll be fine. And by the way, the charge lasts 3 hours to 6 hours. Depends on how often you use it, right? So if you have it on continuously, it will last 3 hours continuous with the light on. Most people use it about 50-50 duty cycles. So you'll turn the light on, you move to the next object, turn the light on, and in that case, you'll last 6 hours. I'm gonna plug it in here. It's a simple barrel jack that just goes in, twists, it locks so it won't come out. There's an on-off switch. We'll just turn on that switch and the device will cycle and it'll come up with a solid green light. That means you're ready to go. So all you have to do now is hit the trigger. So the trigger's on the underside, you hit it and the device goes on. Now let's talk about what you just saw. You just saw some white lights with targets on there. And you have to ask, why is that? Why are we doing that? Well, this device has what we call brilliant technology in it. So brilliant technology is referring to several features that are in here. One is we take the light and we create a volume that's about 2 inches thick in a 4x4 area. And any pathogen that passes through that area would get disinfected. So how do you know that you're within that area? Those lights that you just saw, those targets, are a way of determining that. So watch, as you get closer to the object, those targets get smaller. As you go farther away, they get larger. There's actually an optimal position, which is right when they touch. When these light bands, the edges of these bands are touching, that's the position you want to keep it in. Now it's good from this position, where you see that this area is about the same as that, all the way up to this area, to this position where there's a cross in the center. As long as you keep it within there, you're within the optimal disinfecting zone. Call it the kill zone for this device. Now let's go take a look at some equipment here and we'll show you how easy it is to disinfect. So we're going to move over. I notice there's a computer here. So we'll just go right onto the keyboard. And a keyboard is a very complex shape, right? So there's a lot of shadowing that would occur on a keyboard, which really brings out the benefits of this particular device because you're able to get into those nooks and crannies and disinfect those surfaces. So it's as simple as just moving it at about 2 inches per second. And keep the coverage within these dots is where we're disinfecting. And that's it. That keyboard has been disinfected. So what we're going to do next is we're actually going to go to a control room of a live studio, TV studio, WHIG TV, and we're going to show you how this can be used to disinfect some very sophisticated, complex, and sensitive equipment in a very quick and short order. We're in the control room of WHIG TV. Everything is live right now. It's being broadcast on air. And we want to demonstrate how the NuvaWave device can be used on sensitive equipment without having any ill effects. So here is the device. We'll just turn it on. Green light means it's ready to go. And we can just start disinfecting. As I was saying earlier, we just keep the lights so that they're just barely touching. Run it at about 2 inches per second. And that control panel is done. We can do the PC, run that across, get the keys in the crevices. It's good. And we'll do this. I mean, you look at all the shadowing and all the buttons. I mean, this kind of equipment you wouldn't normally be able to disinfect with wipes. You wouldn't want any fluid or, to get into these nooks and crannies that could potentially damage the equipment and cause corrosion. But this device would not have that same effect. But it will disinfect. So as we go through, we are just slowly sweeping over the keys, getting into the shadows and crevices. And that will take care of this control panel. Now, as you can see, we're able to quickly disinfect very sensitive equipment. This is the kind of equipment you'd see in laboratories, airplanes, studios, as we are right here, classrooms, computer labs, and it can be sterilized, disinfected rather, in a very short amount of time with very little effort without putting at risk the equipment itself.